This is me trying to build a brand, first video, so let's get into it. My name is Luke, and this year I'm launching my clothing brand called William Murice. Alright, so I'm not too good at like filming behind the scenes and that type of stuff, but this year I really want to document the journey into how I am building my brand called William Murice. Now, I am no expert at any of this. I have no background in fashion, no background in creating content, or nonetheless speaking to the camera. I literally have a pen and a notepad with all my like notes on what to talk about. So I've kind of been back and forth between what platforms to use, and feel like just letting myself be myself in that longer form content, I find it a little bit more difficult to kind of do that in a short form content between 3 and 5 or 9 second clips, if you will. It's really like daunting because I know like this clip isn't probably going to do crazy numbers off the bat. It's probably going to take so long, but this year learning about decision making and said decisions, you're kind of building up for the long term rather than just spewing out short form content just for the sake of it, which is something I'm guilty of and has like 0 to no value. After working on a previous brand called Run It Up for about 3 years or so, I started back in 2020, and it wasn't until about last year or so, or the things I wanted to implement with that brand wasn't really falling through. The brand itself and the direction of like my perspective of what I wanted the brand to be were like kind of two separate, and it was a hard decision, but I had to stop it, rethink it, speak to my mentor, start again, and this is where we're at. 12 months of developing William Murice, self-reflection, planning, thinking, building a team, changing the name about two or three times, changing the name, registering that name, then I can't use it from the branding perspective, building a team, spending a little bit more on samples, spending a little bit more on bringing in certain people that I actually need assistance with because I'm not good at, say, product developing, talking to factories and logistics side of things. I'm not the best at creating content and executing campaigns. And lastly, probably the major piece was getting a brand deck together and getting a team together to develop what it means to actually initiate a brand, have visual representation of what you want the brand to be. That way you can get those things off your mental onto a physical form. So if you have to explain it to a videographer, if you have to do like a campaign handover, or if socials content wise, you can hand it over to people and they say, yep, that makes sense. This is the brand. This is what we can execute. This is what we can put together, and it all makes sense. So that's a little bit about myself. I'm super nervous to like put content together and like this, but there's like this deep voice inside like myself to say like, hey, we can do it. We can put this brand together. It's daunting to put yourself out there, but you've done it before. You continuously want to do hard things in life. People are gonna say shit. They probably won't say it to your face, probably say it behind your back. But like that's how it is, because on the other side of that spectrum, people are gonna say things that you're doing it well, even though when you think you're not doing it well. This is me trying to build a brand, first video, so let's get into it.